first time that happened, but you got to understand, I'm driving. I drove to a part of Kentucky that said, "Nope, we're not gonna have no service." So I'm gonna mess up your important pop-up, not normally broadcast time YouTube live, and you're gonna freak the heck out. But keep driving. That's exactly what happened. But it's okay. But again, this is part two of what I was saying, that I'm excited that I got customer service. I got respect, and I can't wait to tell you who did it. Because guess what? I'm already planning on buying at least um, maybe five more items, and I'm gonna give them. I'm gonna give them away. I think I'm. I think I'm just gonna. I'm gonna buy five more items and give them away. I might choose some people, and then I might just, pick some people if whoever shows up in my lives or whatever. I think that would be fun. But like I said, I'm not getting, you two ain't paying me yet, and from what I hear, you ain't really getting nothing once you get that, 1,000 subscribers. But I'm gonna have fun with it, and I'm very happy when I get good customer service. It's like there's a brother on TikTok who does the guy does food reviews. Only thing I don't like about his stuff is he's chomping on TV. I mean, he covers his mouth, but you can hear it on the mic. I don't know. That just gives me, it's like nails scratching on the back of a board. You know what I mean? But I mean, other than that, you know, and he's got like a couple of million subscribers on TikTok. And when he goes and does a review, and even like positive, when he does a positive review, that person's business picks up big time. They go from maybe one or two people to four or 500 a day. And he's not asking for nothing for it. He's not asking a thing. And and he says, look, I'm not trying to get anything from the small folks. He says, I'm looking to be paid by the big companies like Chipotle, the big time restaurants that have advertisement revenue, that they put a couple of $1 million to the side to pay people to bring them to their stuff, which I understand what the man's saying. He's actually went out. There was one guy that just opened up, the Korean dude, just opened up, and he came down with throat cancer. And he went over and he said the food was fantastic, and they've been nonstop ever since. And he said, he says, he look, the customer service was great. They were understand. He said even one guy, he went to one guy who it was his lifelong dream to open up like a pizza parlor. And he said he came in. He said the owner came out, talked to me, didn't know who I was, and it made conversation, was polite, and that's what we need. If you're a bigoted person, black, white, or indifferent, or a prejudiced person, black, white, or indifferent, you don't need to be in that business. You don't need to be in that business. And I'm just, in me as a customer, I don't need to come in acting like a dick either. I don't need to be coming in acting like a moron, but voice my concerns. Look, all I wanted was a glass of water, and I never got a glass of water. I asked for a glass of water, and you can say it in that way, and you're not being a dick. Oh, I'm so sorry, blah blah blah. Take care of it. You know, I remember I was assistant manager at Shoney's. I couldn't take it no more. I literally got I see I love food. I love restaurants. I had to get out of business because I'm fighting with people. I was little, and this is a good 20, 25 years ago. I'm arguing with people over 50 cents. And I hate to say this because I might get, canceled, but it was normally before they had the LGBTQ HIJK element of P crowd. It wasn't. You do what you want to do behind closed doors. That ain't got nothing to do with me. But when you are gay and have an attitude already, I hated it. And they would come into the restaurant and this food was nasty. I'm not paying for this. This food was nasty. And with you could tell that they oh, okay, but whatever. But you licked the plate clean. That plate was cleaner, more it was more white and cleaner than when you put food on it. And I got to the point, no, you gonna pay for that. You ate every little bit of it. Did you have it and then did you eat one bite and then call me and say it was nasty? I'm like, okay, I ain't got no problem with you. But word done got out that they were okay. Well, you just telling me it was nasty. You don't have to pay for it. That ain't right. That ain't right. And gay, straight, or indifferent, whatever. That's still not right. That you gonna eat the whole thing, lick the plate clean, and then talk about I'm not paying for it. Oh no, you gonna pay for that. And then I remember one, and I hate to say this because it's cruel to say this, but they they had went to my manager and told him that I was mean to them. I never said nothing to the people. When I say that, when I say I never said nothing, I didn't even say hello. But they said I was mean and rude to them. I just walked around, see that everybody was okay. I don't remember saying a word to them. And they told my manager that I did this and I did that, and it was horrible service, and I didn't even go nowhere near them. Well, guess what? I chased them out the front. I chased them out the. I said, "Who? Did they leave right now?" I chased them out the front door and commenced to cussing them out. And I said, "How dare you? How dare you lie on me?" And he said, my partner's really sick, and you did, and you're a liar because I never even spoke to you. You didn't have no problem with it because I never said a word to you. I remember that. Oh boy, and I even had customers pull me away from because I remember because this is how bad I was with customer service. There was these twin brothers, bald headed guys, twin brothers, white guys. They nicest people, but they lifted weights or whatever. Came in all the time. They were business owners, and they'd always come in get two T-bone steaks and something. And every once in a while, I come over and I comp their meal because they were in there often. No, don't worry about it. It's on us. I would comp their meal because they were good customers. I remember them pushing me away because I was so upset that you're gonna sit there and lie like that on me. Oh man, that's why I'm really knee deep into customer service, and I that's why I kind of honestly I kind of stayed to myself because I go from zero. I go from 0 to 100 with a quickness, with without hesitation. I go from 0 to 100, and I remember that and I was wondering why did I do that all the time, but being a highly sensitive African American, you know, it I feel emotions different than you guys normally feel emotions, and I find out later that I have certain empathic tendencies or abilities or whatever, and I feel it. It feels painful to me. And I always thought that I'm some freaking weirdo, blah blah blah. I remember that, but I appreciate good service. That's why most of the jobs that I do, I'm by myself because I prefer to be by myself. You know, it I don't like to be around like crowds because I absorb feelings and all that crap, and it's crazy. It's freaking crazy. I know. Yeah, I say empath, but I can't read minds or nothing like that. But I absorb certain things. So being by myself, I'm at peace with myself, by myself. Uh, and when I remember when I took the test to see, you might be an empath, and I'm like, man, I was at the top tier. Ding, 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 ding. I was like, wow, I didn't know that. Now I know. So I still till this day stay to myself. I don't go in the truck stops. I go in the truck stop. I get my stuff and I'm gone. I don't strike up conversations. I don't do none of that. And a lot of times, what you got to understand is just like right now, just talking right now. This is therapy for me because why you say that? Because we're not made to be by ourselves. We're not made to be by ourselves. And when you're by yourself 99.9% of the time, I used to run into that at the truck stops. People just strike up conversations just for the heck of it. And it used to get on my nerves. Like, I don't know you, I don't want to talk to you. And I realized, oh, this guy just needs someone to talk to for a minute. So I'm like, okay, no problem. Because I had that happen. That literally happened yesterday. And I'm thinking like, hey man, get away from me. I don't have my mask on, yada yada yada. But I just sat there and yeah, 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 yeah. Wow, really? Yeah, really? Wow, really? Yeah, yeah, wow, and really. That's all you heard me say. Yeah, really, really, wow, really? Yep, yep, really. Oh my goodness, you're kidding me. Yep, yep, wow. And you don't realize it, but again, therapy because if I get on here and talk for 30 minutes to an hour, you done set me straight for dealing with something with folks for a good day, day and a half, 2 days. But I'm blessed to have a good woman that we talk every day. I could call and wake her up right now. I said she'd be like, look, and I'm still sleeping. What's up? What's the matter? I just need someone to talk to for a minute. You know what I mean? Um, I called Charles. We're fellow truck drivers. So all we do is, hey man, where you at? I'm on I-80. Where you at? I'm on I-65. Oh, okay. Ho hum. That's the whole conversation. It's so funny. I remember I kind of try to set up my YouTube lives during the week, like 2 days in advance. But I think I did one day. I did two of the same day. He was in the wrong live. I was in the other live, and he was like, "Man, I was struggling to stay awake. I was wondering where the heck are you?" And he'd be talking or whatever. He's like, "Man, I was wondering where the heck was you?" I said, "If you gonna be online Monday to Friday. I'm there. You ain't there. What the heck? I need somebody to talk to." And I was sitting there cracking up. I said, "Well, I was online. I don't know where you was." Then I noticed when I looked at it, it said that I was you know, I did two lives and I was sitting there in one while the other one was sitting there and he was wondering where the heck it was. So that's another part of it. Eh, you gotta laugh. You gotta laugh at it. It is what it is. But oh man, I can't wait to I can't wait till the sun. I'm gonna say it like it is. You know, can't wait till the sun come up. Can't wait till the sun come up. Uh, and I'm actually going. I'm still in Eastern right now, but I'm actually going to be driving uh, into Central, and that's another thing about being a driver. It's boy, you can get confused on the times, the days, and the dates. Thank God for these cell phones. 'Cause trying to figure out the time. Like the time on my dashboard is wrong. The time on my dashboard is wrong. I'm too lazy to change it. So I just had to remember. I just have to remember that. Hey, but my dashboard time is wrong. You know. But these are the the small things that happen in in a truck and being a truck driver. A lot of times we have nothing else to do but sit here, they eat, drink, and urinate. Why you say urinate? Because you urinate enough, you got to go to the bathroom. And if you ever see bottles on the side of the road or milk in jugs or whatever, don't wonder what that is, because you know what that is. I'm just just being real about it. That's what that is. Yes, it's nasty. Yes, it's disgusting. Okay, people be thinking I'm high beaming. Those are my regular lights. Sorry, sir. Yeah, but um, the sad part about that is uh, it takes 15 to 20 minutes every time you pull into a truck stop to go to the bathroom. And a lot of times, if you want to, you got to look for a parking spot. You got to park. You got to walk up to the truck stop, go to the bathroom, get back in the truck. That's 15, 20 minutes to 30 minutes of going to the bathroom. Think about it. If you're on a tight schedule, you got to figure something out. I'm not saying that's I'm just saying the reality of it. And but I don't think it's right to throw the jugs on the side of the road. You get in Oregon, you get a $20,000 fine for doing something like that. You gotta watch that. Certain states, if you get caught urinating, just urinating, you could you they could they'll lock you up. You get locked up, and then next thing you know, you're considered a sex offender in certain states. So you gotta watch that. A lot of truckers do that, and then they get caught. Now you're on the sex offender list for urinating outside. Nobody said that's right, or what. I'm not saying it's right. Um, it's just those are things you gotta watch out. So if you gotta go to the bathroom, remember that when you out there. Oh, I gotta go. Well, go go to the men's room. Don't do what you did. We did when we were younger. I'm just saying, ill. Yeah, I know, ill, ill, ill. It is what it is. Um, the other thing is, I'm I'm not specific. What's the word? I'm not saying specifically straight on my low carb diet, but I'm feeling a whole lot freaking better. You know what I mean? I'm keeping an eye on stuff. Um, the only thing I had that wasn't low carb was bananas and peanut butter. Um, but I need to keep because I am old. I do go to the bathroom a lot, and I lose a lot of potassium real quick. So I got to peanut butter has a lot of potassium in it. Bananas have a lot of potassium in it. So I remember that, and I just keep that around. I have potassium pills. I keep that around. Um, because I remember I thought I thought I was having a stroke, and it turns out my potassium levels were low. And I still owe $3,000 on the emergency room. They couldn't figure it out. I had to figure it out. I went to the doctor. Doctor couldn't. My regular doctor. I had to figure it out. YouTube and one of those med channels, and I figured out what it was because I put two and two together. I drink. I always have a minimum of 2 cases of water. I drink a lot of water, but when you drink a lot of water, it comes through you really quick. Especially through me really quick. So I realized that I was losing a lot of potassium in my system. So that's why I do, I try to keep up with that. Every few days I take potassium pills or have some peanut butter or bananas. I'm learning, I'm learning my body and learning how I feel. Like right now, man, I feel good. Um, I'm gonna have to start studying for my hazmat. I gotta redo that. You gotta do that every time you redo your license. And I'm redoing my license April. Being a ex-military in Georgia, when you got to do the right paperwork, I don't have to pay for anything that has to do with my license ever again. Ain't that crazy? At least that's one benefit of it. But I gotta start studying. I'm horrible at tests. So if I just read a little bit at night, I know all of the stuff that I'm supposed to know because I move hazmat stuff. I don't like it, but it's extra couple of cents a mile, and that all that meant that stuff adds up. Just being honest, it adds up. You know, every little bit counts. But I like the routes that I do because I know I'm going. Like this one says that I need an appointment, but I've been there a million times. I don't need an appointment. I just need to show the heck up, and then they'll put me in the door. Okay, that's all I need. And a lot of times I'll be forgetting the address, and I just Google it. I hit the Google, I put the company in, and I look at the pictures, and I see what it look. Oh, I've been there. Nah, you don't need nothing. It's one of those. Oh, I've been there. When you got that been there, done that. I'm like, I've been there. I know what's going on with that one. That type of deal. But it's all good. But again, staying the course and being steady, you know, um, that's my new mission. That's my new mission in life. Staying the course and being steady, especially with this YouTube. I used to get so upset. I get one or two subscribers, and then come midnight, they gone. Boom, pew, 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 pew. Like mother trucker. What the heck? Blah blah blah. Oh, this YouTube sucks. And then I realized it happens to everybody. So now when I look, that's a I said, I lost some subscribers. Oh well, let's keep it moving. I you know I've I figured I looked at my analytics. My analytics, you got to look at your analytics and strive off your analytics. You know how I get subscribers? I start making pictures of lawnmowers and stuff like that and put them in the shorts. I always grab one or two, right out the pocket, one or two. So every time I get a chance, I'm heading into Texas. I love Texas because Texas they got them big behind mowers on the John Deere dealerships. Let me find a truck stop that's got a John Deere at least a mile or a half a mile up the road, and I'll park at that truck stop and walk up to that John Deere and start filming with a quickness, bro, with a quickness. Cause I actually want to get in there, drive them. But boy, they don't tell you. They don't tell you them tractors, them mid-sized tractors, and don't even say the big boys. Those big giant tractors, them John Deere things, man, that's a lot of money. It's a lot of money that these farmers put out for them big boys to pull their stuff, and they got to do all that mess, and it's that's all right. There's one, I think it's something farms over there in Nebraska. They do corn and stuff like that. I follow them, and it's really high tech. The stuff that they do, it's unbelievably high tech. The farming that they're you know inside the tractor, they got an iPad and three different computer screens, and how how you got to seed and I even remember because everybody talking about planting corn, and I remember that the lady that was on there, she was saying that there is a male and a female corn plant. They do all, uh, I think it's like all female plants, and then do a row of male plants, and then the bugs and the bees and everything comes and cross pollinates, and that's how they do it. And I was like, wow. And then I learned, and I just didn't notice when you go by these farms and you see those white boxes. If you ever go by some of these farms, and especially in the West, I've seen it a few times in the East, but in the West, in the Midwest, and you see these boxes, all white boxes stacked up. Those are beehives. The farmers will have a beekeeper. They'll pay a beekeeper to come bring his bees onto the farm and let them stay there for a season, and those bees go out and pollinate the plants on the farm. That's freaking ingenious. And then the beekeeper comes back, grabs his bee, his bees, and then they come back again the next year. I've even seen 18 wheelers on flatbeds with nothing but bees, with a big giant net over it, and they do that, um, you know, to transport the bees. You learn something, and I learned that because I like uh, dirt, it was a um, Dirt Rooster something channel. This guy, he's in Louisiana. He's a beekeeper, and he comes and removes bees from all over the place, and he's got, it's crazy. You learn the stuff you learn uh from YouTube is unbelievable. I remember I learned how to change uh, windows in the house. I really do need to go back and one of them I need to go back with that spray foam, pull a piece off and spray inside to fill it. Well, I got a cavity. I left open. I'm like, that's probably why it's a little cold in the living room. Just being honest. But um, it's funny how the stuff that you learn, and you don't think, or you are teaching someone, you don't think, well, nobody's watching my channel. They kind of are, but they're not leaving a message or whatever. But you are actually helping them out. Like with this truck, um I drive an automatic. I can drive a stick too, but with this truck, the brake, you know everybody, oh, I love being an automatic truck in traffic. But what happens is when you barely tap on the brake and you stop and go, stop and go, stop and go, what that does is it doesn't initiate the clutch. Even though you think you're an automatic, no, it's not. It's the air actuated clutch. And a lot of times when you're in traffic, the clutch will heat up and you'll get an alarm on your dash channel panel. I didn't figure what was going on until I Googled it. So guess what? I remember this was like, again, I only had 4 subscribers. I did a video about that. Nobody was seen it for years. Guess what? People are starting to see it now. I said, just be prepared if you're in traffic and you guys stop and go, press down on your brake a whole lot harder than normal so your clutch won't heat up. Or when you're backing up and you're in a tight spot, you got to ease it in there. Press down your brake a little so your clutch. I get messages. They go, "Hey, thank you, appreciate that." I just learned something, and I do that when I'm on YouTube. And I learned something. Oh wow, I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that's what that is, or so forth and so on. It's funny. I talk about it a lot, but I didn't realize I got into a very expensive habit. Saying that love mowing. I love mowing, but this habit is really expensive. The stuff I have, I have a few mowers that are 10, 10 to 15 years old, but they were made such good quality that even though they're 10 to 15 years old, they running like a champ. That's why, because they're commercial mowers. I've been I be buying used commercial mowers. My John Deere isn't used. I'm paying on that. I got to start making this month's payment. Um, on commercial mowers, even though you were like, what? How much is that? Like a Toro Time Master? That's really not a commercial, but it is. But stuff like that. These commercial mowers are really expensive, is because they make them like a freaking tank. The bad part about it is you have to know which ones you can get parts for. A lot of the older type mowers that are not in service no more, they don't make parts for. And you got guys on Facebook Marketplace want $1,500, and then I'm looking like, man, you can't get nothing for that engine. If that engine goes, or the pulleys is what holds the blade to the frame and all that. You can't get pulleys for that dang on thing no more. So if they go, you're screwed. And they're trying. It's good working order. How do I know that? How do I know? I don't know. I don't. Um, if you look at my older videos, I call it Big Red. I had one that I paid $120 for. You can't get parts for it. I had that thing hot rigged, but it was fun. You see, when I first got it going, 'cause I didn't know what I was doing. I first got it going. I needed um, a new carburetor. I ordered a carburetor. It was shooting out gasoline. In the video, you can't see it. I had a tray on the other side. It was just pumping gas out. It could have blew up. It would have blew up in the driveway. But I was so excited that I got the daggone thing more, but I couldn't get parts for it. But I was having so much fun. You can see a short video where my son was driving it, because I went to the technician. He said, yeah, them old ones, but I said, how's the oil? I was telling him about the oil and the sludge in it. He said, you got to change that about 5, 6 times. I think I changed it like twice, and then blew it off. Well, guess what? The engine seized up. I got a short video. My son was mowing with it, and then it stopped, and it just and I knew what happened. I said, oh shit, and he thought he did it. No, I realized, well, maybe I should have changed that oil a few more times, and I didn't. And it was my fault, but I had fun with it. I got I got I got enough fun out of it, and stuff like that. So it ran its course, but you couldn't find stuff for it. So that's what I was saying. Um, but I did have fun with it. It was a Ferris, HE 34 something. It was so old that it didn't have the serial number stamped on it. Somebody engraved it on there in Chinese. It wasn't Chinese, but it looked like Chinese. It was freaking hilarious. But I had fun with it. Again, I'm always preaching that have fun with what you do, and it won't feel like work. I'm just, again, I'm having fun. I'm just flapping off at the gums because, again, you guys are helping me wake up, helping me get down the road a little bit, and I appreciate that. Um, I'm looking forward to going by Walmart to get my low carb dessert, which is sugar free whipped cream. I usually get the one in the can that I'll be driving down the road, squirting in my mouth and pretend it's ice cream. But that's a blessing. I'm about 22 miles from um 22 miles from believe Tennessee. Yeah, we're still in Kentucky right now. But that, hey, it's all good in the hood. But again, like I said, I'm all over the place. This staying consistent, working on my watch time hours. I'm slowly climbing, slowly getting there. Uh, what I want to do, Miss V did a video on it, how to put those cards on your videos. I'm gonna be working on that next. Put that little piece on there. That you watch this or watch that or watch this and that. I'm gonna be working on that next. And like with this one, when I come back, I'm gonna come back after it gets online and put, watch. If you like to watch, if you guys want to watch one of my other lives, I have a live playlist. It'll be up there to the right, I believe. And I'm gonna start doing that and have that on there so you could check out something else if you want. For folks that come in on the remix, thank you, yada yada yada. Appreciate you. God bless you and all that. Um, I remember you used to, we're coming up on the Cabela's on the right. You used to be able to, park in the Cabela's parking lot. They would have a parking spot for trucks. But see, we truck drivers mess up, areas where people say, "Hey, we give you our business." Um, I don't know, it ain't me, but these guys they just throw the garbage out the door, you know, urine bottles and all kind of mess, and it's pathetic and sad. And then you wonder why you see big signs that trucks ain't welcome no more. It ain't that easy. I've had enough of eating out all the time. That's why a lot of times I like, I cook basic stuff in the truck. I'm gonna start cooking a little bit more fancy. I want to start another page of, again, it's gonna be, I want to grow some plants. I want to grow some vegetables in here, and then I want to cook with those vegetables in the truck. I think that's a cool novelty idea. I think that that would be um, something new. You haven't seen that one before. And I bought a one of my childhood heroes. It was Julia Child. That's before Food Network and all these other places. Remember, you used to watch the cooking shows on PBS back in the day. Uh, Julia Child, the Galloping Gourmet. Now I'm going way back to black and white. The Galloping Gourmet. Uh, Chef Paul Perdone, or there was one guy. He was Cajun. I guarantee. I remember him. I used to love watching his stuff. I love, you know, you know, good seasoned food. I remember my wife said the other day, um, she wanted to try Indian food. I said, no, you don't. I said, you too bougie for Indian food. A lot of Indian food don't look right. And I'm not saying that as a negative. You just got to know. It could look like mush, and it could be dark. It could be something that's mixed with eggplant or something. It just look funky, but it'll be good. And a lot of it's vegetarian, and a lot of it's spicy. Will light your backside up. You ain't ready for that, and you ain't gonna like it. I said, be honest with you. If we did go Indian food, I would order. Then I would have you taste my food and see if you want to order that. Now, when you just ain't gonna let you order anything, and you're like, I don't like that. I don't. I would go. We go. Then you would eat all my plates. You like that? Then you could go back and order that. You know what I mean? And she hates curry. I love curry. And it's so funny. I didn't. It just didn't dawn on me. Uh, in Indian society, and in Japanese society, and I think um, Chinese, curry is another name for sauce. It's just not with curry seasoning. It's a sauce, and and it didn't dawn on me. I said, man, all these people like all this curry. And no, they mean that sauce. That's the name of the sauce. And it's funny. We all coconut milk and all that stuff. Real coconut milk, I mean, just my opinion, is nasty as all get out. But when it's added with other different seasonings, it brings out something. And you just want to try that that type of um that type of food. I like spicy, but I like spicy that actually tastes like something. I actually there's I forgot what they call it, but there's a specific name of a ramen noodle shop. It's a real Japanese. The owner's Japanese, and they have the big giant pots. It's not like, it's not, no. There's big pots that they make in the bone broth and the whole. Oh my goodness! And they have levels, and the highest I went, I think, was five. That there was, stuff coming out of every orifice in my body. I was sitting there cracking up, but it actually tastes good. It was so spicy hot, but it wasn't like it wasn't the spicy hot of painful, but it was slightly painful, but it was spicy hot, but it actually had a wonderful flavor that kept you coming back and eating more and more and more. And they didn't have like, real ramen doesn't have just, it's, everybody says a boiled egg. No, it's like a 3-minute egg. The yolk there's yolk in the middle of that egg, and they do it really good. It's, oh my god, it's delicious. But people are not understanding the name of something. Like they say the ghost, Popeye's ghost pepper chicken. Let me tell you something. If you ever had real ghost pepper, you ain't eating it on no chicken. Even like a drop will knock you the heck for a loop. And Mike, I know you ate spicy food. You know what I'm talking about. 'Cause I remember I got an essence, ghost pepper essence. That the Scoville units. I put I did. I put a drop. It was less than a drop. It was like on the tip of the fork. It was. I put that in like a bowl of Kraft macaroni and cheese and almost fainted. And oh, ghost pepper this, and no, the real stuff you can't handle. They say you can't handle the truth. Then no, that ain't. If you had real ghost pepper with ghost pepper seasoning, real ghost pepper, it would knock you for a loop. Nobody, you got to be professional. When you see those people that eat that stuff, and what's this is what they don't tell you what happens after they eat that stuff. When they eat it or the ghost pepper challenge or whatever, they're in the bathroom power puking that up because it doesn't stay down. That's how strong the essence of that stuff is. It's so strong, your stomach acid is going ah! And you're power puking that crap up. And people don't get that. They thinking yeah, yeah, I can, but they don't tell what happens afterwards. You're power puking that mess up. I remember one time I went with my son because he loves spicy food. I went with my son, which was so sad because he did it. He did it was some wing challenge. They didn't take his picture. They didn't put him on the wall. They didn't tell us. We did. I did learn later that you're supposed to bring milk. I would have bought milk and had he was drinking soda and it was killing him. You can't have hot spicy food and then drink soda or water. You have to have something cream. I learned later, but he did it and he ate it. It was freaking hilarious. We had to sign a waiver and everything. He did it. I was so proud of him. That was one of them father son things. He's like, he ate it. That's come think of it. I got to start paying. I got till March of next year to pay off the cruise. I'm taking my son on a cruise. We're going to like Jamaica and a few other Ocho Rios and Grand Caymans and all that. But I'm taking him, and I'm going to be filming him lighting up the, the cafeterias and stuff like that. You know, that is going to be fun. It's going to be enjoyable for me. I love watching my boy enjoy eating. That's what my father used to do. He used to take me out to diners when I was young and watch me eat. You know, and I remember that tradition. So I want to continue that, and I'm just gonna sit there and watch him and have fun, and let him let loose. That's those are the things because you don't know, life's short. We gotta start having fun. The good thing about it is, hey, like right now, that darkness is starting to get a little bit lighter. I'm like, oh my goodness, I appreciate it. I'm so happy for the sun. The sun will come out in a few minutes. But hey, no problem. We with it. But I'm gonna have to get like again, like I said, I gotta find me a place to get me some walking in. Um, I need to get me some walking in today. Walking, whipped cream, and maybe something. I don't know. I got hamburgers, sausage, and I need to get something a little different. Maybe I'll do maybe some pork chops today or something. Or it'll be either pork chops today or tomorrow. Season them up and let them sit in the refrigerator overnight. And then cook them up in the air fryer. Boy, that air fryer, I need to scrub it down, but it's kind of crusty right now. I'm gonna get some extra water from Walmart, get a jug or two, and be standing on the side of the truck and scrubbing out my air fryer pan. I need to scrub that sucker out. Um, that's the pain in the butt about cooking on the truck. You got to clean this mess. You know, you gotta clean it. I'm gonna go by that Walmart see if they got any. It's gonna be where's that Walmart at? In Arkansas, across Arkansas state line, to see if they got any. I might, if I got a chance, might give me a tomato plant. I'm gonna add that to. But I'll tell you, by the time I'm done, I'm gonna have I'm gonna have a long tray that it squeezes in all the way to the end. I'm held up by 2 cases of water, and I'm gonna have all kinds of vegetables growing in my truck. I'm just gonna figure out what I want, and I'm gonna get the stuff I know I'm gonna eat, and I think that would be so cool. I think it's so much fun, and it's so funny. You don't realize all of the different. Again, I go back to that I said before. You don't realize all of the different genres in YouTube, and I like that I can look around and I can find one. I'm part of so many different ones. I, I'm even part of the small engine genre. There's a guy, he comes in all the time, and he checks out my videos. And he sees a good job, yada yada yada. Cause like my Toro, I got to change the fuel lines. I got to I got to clean out the tank. I still have the stuff to clean the rust out, and that's small engine repair. You know, these are the things that I find fun in, and I can't. I want to do it when I get home, but I'm gonna be getting ready for this cruise, so it just depends. If I got time, I might get started on it. I might, um, because I already have the tank off. Just have it off and let it soak while I'm on the cruise in a bucket, and by the time it should be nice and good. I can get all that stuff out of there. But we'll see. We'll see. My problem is I need to just focus on one or two things. I'm I finally found this. That's another good thing. We just look at YouTube, but Facebook, they have groups on Facebook, and one guy just told me yesterday. He said, look on R&R, which is a place that sells. I'm trying to find these tines, and all the places I'm looking, like, they're $20 a piece, and I need 12. That's gonna take me forever. But I found a place that's selling them for 8. So I'm gonna buy like 3 or 4 different ones to see which one I like the most, and then buy the rest. If I can get them for $8 a piece, that's a whole lot cheaper. You know. And then I'm gonna buy. I got 2 original holders that I got off of eBay for this machine, which works perfect. They fit perfect. So I'm gonna buy another one from R&R, which is a replacement part. Is actually the actual replacement part, but I'm not buying all of them. I'm gonna buy one and see if that fits, and then I'm gonna get the rest, and then finish painting it and see if I can get the hydraulics here. If I can't, I I'm only gonna use it twice a year, or if someone else need it, and then I just take the tines off each night. I have to take them off before I can transport off, because the tines will slam into the cement, because my hydraulics are in the low position. I don't want them to. I don't want to destroy these things. It's costing me money. But I'm so happy that the stuff that I bought at auction is actually still working. And actually works. So these are the little things. You know, you got other guys that buy hot rods and cars. Yeah, I'd like to have all that, but you know, I'm good with what I got. This is my fun, my enjoyment, and it helps to beautify my home and my yard. I'm all for it. What I'm thinking though, I've been thinking, because there's a guy that I check out, just like he's Nature Through Us or something like that. He's got like a trough, like a small built thing in the back, where he puts feed for the deer at Tractor Supply. You can get deer feed, and I'm thinking about doing that so I can catch them on video. Because they man, they walk through my front yard, my backyard, set off my cameras. I'm like, what is that in the dark? You see the cameras running, then you see like eyes, and oh, that's a freaking deer. Because once he crosses over the driveway, the light hits. That's a deer. They actually shoot. My house is a freaking freeway for these guys, but that's okay. But maybe if I feed them, they'll leave my plants alone. You know what I mean? I bought me some collard greens, and I had a pineapple plant I bought down in Louisiana. Man, my man came up on my deck. You got some cojones when you a deer and you walk up on my deck and eat my damn gone pineapple plant. I was so freaking mad. I can understand in the yard, but you come up on my deck and eat my pineapple plant, you got some balls, man. But it is what it is, you know. I ain't hating on you, but I kept it alive for a good minute. Should have just kept it in the truck. Should have just kept it in the truck. But I kept it alive for a good minute. We'll see. I might try again. I don't know. I when I start liking something, I go overboard. I don't. I might have a jungle in this truck. I don't know. I will see. You know. You know? Okay, I hear you. You were approaching the way station again. Yes, sir. I understand. Yeah. My thing is when I get bored, I get hungry, and I'm not really hungry, so I gotta watch that. You know, I gotta watch that. Let me see. Oh, there it is. One in it. I got some water. Give me time to start drinking some Wawa. Oh, I did get rid of it. Oh, oh boy. The thing that they don't tell us is these plastic bottles, these water bottles, plastic water bottles. They give off uh, the plastic in these bottles actually give off. It's not natural, but it's synthetic estrogen, and that's probably the reason why I got these man boobs. Oh God, I wish they had. They do have a glass water, but that's expensive. I don't know if you ever heard of Voss. Voss is one of them, but I wish they did. I could buy it. It'd be more healthy. We don't know that we're slowly getting offed and killed and poisoned by stuff that we thinking, oh, I got water, I got a water container, but that plastic is leaking out estrogen into the system, and you're wondering, oh, well, yeah, well is right, you know. But, we got to deal with this, that, and other. Who knows? I see how you can see the sun's coming up. It's funny, I'm waking up, and I don't know if you can see to the left the the rest stop looks like a daggone jungle in there. I've been stopping at these rest stops for a minute the last couple of weeks. I usually don't do rest stops, but it is what it is. I don't know. There's a place. It's south of Little Rock. That's one of my stops. It's a Pilot, but right behind it, I call it a super Kroger. It's like a really big Kroger. You get clothes in there, all kind of stuff. I love going in there. They have like I get like sometimes I get the sushi. I know that's not carb related, but like the California rolls and stuff like that. I love that. I love that stuff. That's the fun stuff. Um, I think I got to start getting more tight on my diet. I think I did my cheat day or my cheat 2 days, and got to get back to the right uh, right eating. Get me a piece of meat. Eat me a piece of meat. You know, I'm trying not to because I'm down to 2 weeks till it's time to get off. It's time to cruise. And since I'm gonna be gone for 2 weeks, um, I have to move everything out of the truck. So I don't want to start buying more stuff for the truck. I need to start getting rid of stuff. I got a bin in here. I'm gonna go through it today when I stop and and see if there's anything I can get rid of. I was wondering where all my socks were at home. Turns out they're all on this daggone truck. I'm finding pairs of socks everywhere. I was like, oh, no wonder this is where my socks are. So when I need, they're all clean clothes, but I need to just get in and fold them up and start putting them in certain places to get ready to when I move the heck up out of here. You know what I mean? That's that's what people that got their act together do. But who says I'm one of them? That's what people that have their act together do. But we'll see. We'll see. I think I wonder if this Nat. I'm trying to figure if I'm coming into Nashville. I want to try the. I'm into spicy stuff, but I don't go overboard with it. I want to try the Nashville. Is it Nashville? Or, no, I know it ain't Knoxville. I'm pretty sure it's Nashville hot chicken. I want to try at least one piece, but I think I'll have a gallon of milk with it, or you know what I mean. But we'll see. We shall see. I don't know if you can see it, but you see those brick. They're not bricks, but concrete barriers. I hate those. It makes me real nervous driving next to them. I don't know why, but I never liked those. So when I'm driving through a construction area, I kind of slow down even more. It makes me nervous, you know. And you really don't, when you're driving through construction, you really don't want to be nervous because one false boom and boom, you's in trouble. All right now, seems like the walls are closing in. No. Good morning, whoever that is. I can't see it because I'm actually driving. If I stop to look and see who it is, we have a problem. Houston, we'd have a problem. Oh shoot, Houston, we have a problem. That would be a fun job for me because I love mowing. That to be those guys that drive along the highways on the sides with them big behind tractors, and they pull those you know they pull those mowers that have the wings on them. Some have the wings on them. Whoa, I felt the truck tipping. Some of them have the wings on them. I'd be having too much. Oh, truck! Look, that's why this thing says truck use left lane. I'm wondering why I was dipping, and that's why. I was like, okay, I know how to read the signs. That's one thing you learn. Most people just look straight ahead. I'm always looking at the side of the road. Stay in the lane. Read the instructions. You, everything that you need to know about the road you're on is going to be on in the signs. Everything that you need to know. If you see, you like if you look down, you see those long slashes. If you're in a lane and it switches from really long slashes to real short slashes, that means that that lane just became an exit lane. Isn't that crazy? You see, like right there, you see those long slashes, but a lot of times it seems like a long slash, but it's not. It's like dot dot, like a dot dot dot. That means that you're in the exit lane. And now, here we're coming up. We're coming up on another truck. This is the part I get nervous because I don't want to. I don't want to hit you. I'm staying in my lane, but I'm hugging. I'm hugging the left side of my lane so that we have enough space on your side that I can keep moving. Because guess what? Remember what the sign said back there? It said trucks get in the left lane. My man don't know how to read, and that's the crazy thing. You get a lot of people out here, um, Asian, African, and Eastern European, which in other words Russian. Oh boy, that was a big hole. Eastern European that they on the road and can't read the daggone signs. I'm like, how did you get a freaking license? A lot of them they got the hookup at the Department of Motor Vehicles. Ain't that crazy? A lot of them got the hookup because you look at them, they can't even back up. I mean, one guy he hit me while I was in the door, and he came, you all nervous. I said, oh, nothing. You hit me, fool. And they're like, well, can I pay you to fix it? I said, no, no, you can't, because I work for a company. I don't own this. You know, you, we got to go through the company. They ain't got nothing to do with me, bro. Next time, slow your behind down. You know what I'm saying? People just think, oh, anybody can drive a truck. Oh, good luck with that. Good luck with that. You know what I mean? I remember, and this is nothing against women. I'm gonna tell you right now. Actually, I think women are actually better truck drivers than. Okay, now it says truck use right lane. Ain't that a you know what? So now I gotta move over. But a lot of times women will get male trainers, and instead of them teaching you the poor woman how to back in, she'll get nervous and I'll do it, get out the seat, and then gets out the seat and backs up for her. So when it's her time to get out there, I don't know how you pass the test, but you done got out there and you don't know how to back up. I've seen it a million times that especially like in Walmart. Walmart is the easiest thing. The big parking lot, and you back up, you back into the dock, and the woman's having a harder time. It's just a straight back. You got all the room in the world, just straight and just straight, pull back. But the woman don't know how to do it because nobody at the time to give the lady practice or whatever. And I remember after I noticed that I was training for a while, and I had this one lady, and she got so upset with me one day. And I remember I stopped her from hitting the side of this other truck like 5 times. Stop! I'm screaming at the top of my lungs. And she just got out that truck and threw the keys at me. And I remember I calmed down, but I stopped. I just screamed, stop! And I said, would have lost your job 5 times. I said, unlike these other buttheads, I'm going to treat you like I treat everybody else. And I'm going to show you the respect. I yelled because I was preventing you from hitting something and losing your job. But I'm going to show you how to park this daggone truck. Like it or not, you're going to learn. So you can get mad all you freaking want, but you're going to learn how to park this daggone truck. And that's how it's called respect. I said, I'm gonna respect you. I'm gonna treat you just like any man, and I'm gonna teach you how to park this daggone truck. And we got after that, we got that understanding. I would stand outside the driver's side door while she was backing up and tell her, okay, stop, get out, look, stop, get out, look, see what I want you to see what I'm saying. I'm trying to show you. And once you get that, a lot of people they say it's a feeling. Yes, you're right. It is a feeling. But it's an understanding. There's an understanding of assuming when I'm turning, the back wheels, will do specific stuff at specific times. Once you start getting practice at it, you'll understand. Okay, that wheel's going to start turning right about now. I need to start turning the other way to come back around and hit it. And that's what it is. It's a feeling that in other words, the practice, you get of backing this up, which is 90% of your job. You can't get to the next job if you don't back up in that dock and get rid of the last one. 90% of your job. Yes, you're going to make mistakes. Yes, you're going to do these things. But once you figure that out, and once you do that, it becomes more of a normality. I see people, boy, they get in there so smooth. Especially the old school truckers. Sometimes you get out your truck and walk over to him and say, "Hey, bro, yo, I got my hats off to you. Yo, that was tight. How you went in there so smooth. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, well, I've been doing this about 30 years, blah, 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 blah. And you be like, wow, you know? And then you get guys that will actually come out their truck and teach you. I remember when I first started, but man, I wasn't taught the right way. He said, bro, I seen you struggling, but I knew you wasn't ready to hear me. And because it took me, I was yelling, mother, effer, mother, yo, mama. And I'm yelling and screaming. But I finally got in the door. But then after that, he came over and he said, my brother's in there. And he was polite and everything. But he knew when I was ready to listen. He said, let me show you, there's some steps to this that and I've been from that day forward, that's what I did. That day forward, I sat there and was man enough to listen, man enough to understand, okay, you're right. And then man enough to know, hey, I ain't gonna get it. Let me see if I go more over here or whatever. Like the other day, I knew I was tired. I done got lazy. I could have got in the then I'm like, nah, I'm gonna hit somebody or somebody. I'm tired. So I just drove the heck. I'm like, nah, this ain't gonna work. Let me go up the road a little bit. You just gotta have 90% of doing this job is common freaking sense. 90% of this job is common sense. You got to know. You got to know. And like, you know what? If I stay on this path, the accident's waiting to happen. If I stay behind this person, the accident's waiting to happen. If, if I don't pull over now, I'm about to fall asleep. I don't care who's yelling and screaming. Let me. You know what? I need a break. I need to know. It's just common freaking sense that it will help you in the long run. And that's with life. It's just common freaking sense. You know, it's funny. With relationships, that's common freaking sense. I remember I was used to. I'm gonna I'm gonna tell her. Tell her what? You get your behind embarrassed. You better learn how to say yes, dear, yes, ma'am. You gonna get your behind embarrassed. You know? I'm like, yeah, you're right. Common freaking says that's what it comes over into everything in your life. Who knows? Who knows what tomorrow brings? But today, I'm gonna have some common sense. You know what I mean? Eh, you know, yes, dear. Love you, boo. Oh yeah, but I think I put. It's funny. Um, I put a little extra water in there and in my plants, and they going straight up now. Before they were leaning, I think they were leaning towards the front windshield because I spin them around. I spin them around to get that little extra bit of water because my front seat is at a slant. I spin them around to get that little extra water, and I'm looking at the main ones. They're going straight up. They're not leaning, towards the front. I wonder if that's maybe it's that duct tape that I use to hold it down. I think I'm gonna pull that off and just put it on the edge. I think that might be. I don't know. It could be anything. But that's the fun part of having the plants going and that kind of thing. But it's. I wish I was like some of y'all that have the weekends off, but it might be. I don't know. I don't know. The weekends for me is usually another regular day. You know what I mean? Like right now, I know I'm gonna wind up somewhere south of Little Rock, Arkansas today. When I'm done, I'm done. For the day, It might be that place I was telling y'all about, but I'm gonna go look into I'm gonna look what you said there, Mike, about the light. I think it might be that tape. I think that tape is right around the middle, and then it's blocked. That might be blocking the light. And you're right. I think I need to pull that off of there. I'm gonna pull that off of there next time I stop. You know, I think that's probably what that's doing. You know, and normally it just depends on the day. It'd be bright as heck in here. But I put it on there to hold it down, but I think I put too much. Yeah, I could get it off there. I can get it off there. I I should. You would think I could just pull into a rest stop, but right now the rest stops are jam packed because everybody came in the middle of the night. You know, like 9, 10, 11 o'clock. It's gonna be a whole different. It'll be a different story up in the rest stops, but that's why I like leaving in the early mornings, starting my day in the early mornings because when I stop, the truck stops will be wide open, the parking space be wide open. There's a spot over there. Uh, it's where it's like 2 miles down from 2 or 3 miles down from the Walmart over there in Arkansas, where I'm gonna be stopping today, and it's it's an old it's really an old rest stop that they've redone and they put lights in there and everything. It's not open up yet, but I always parked in the front and it get dark as heck. And that was one of my spots where I could dump my, you know, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna admit nothing. I could dump something, that you ain't supposed to be dumping. Uh, I could do it over there. You know, it's what I'm dumping is biodegradable. We'll say it that way. But that's for entertainment purposes only. So if I'm just saying. But that's one of the places that I would do it. But it's so dark, but it's so spooky in the back of there that I've had to park in the back a few times that I ain't getting out that truck. I'm not getting out that truck to do a pre-trip. I ain't getting. I'll do a pre-trip, at the next truck stop, wherever the heck that is. But I'm not getting out of that freaking truck. You get out there, it's so dark back there. And the next thing you know, you getting bopped over the head, bop, and robbed and everything else. And they stupid. I don't carry money, so you gonna rob me. All you gonna get is an empty wallet, and you're gonna be mad. You know. I remember, years ago, I used to carry money, and I'm being the good Christian, and every con artist shows up at the truck stop. Yo, my son, my son is dying of Apollopolis disease. Can you please help? Anything with that. And I'm a pure sucker. You know, he's dying of Apollopolis disease. Can I pray with you? Oh yeah, thank you. And I'm giving him a $20, my last $20. I'm sitting here starving. I'm starving like Marvin. And I got to the point where what, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Don't come near my truck. They start walking up, then I'm shaking my head. Nope, I don't want nothing. Well, it's not like that. And no, yeah, it is like that. I've heard every con in the book. I've heard every con in the book. Don't con. No, stay away. Get away from me. Nope. Thank you. No, thank you. Now, if it laid on my heart and you looking scraggly and I got a little change in the thing or a dollar or two, look, here you go. Hey, I'll hut the horn. They'll come running. Hey, thank you. Yeah, no problem, because it's on my heart. You didn't come up and ask me nothing. I gave it to you. You know, it's just like it gets me when you're in the Walmart and all these stores. Do you want to round their pennies up to children's this or children's that? And half the time, 99.9% of that money don't go to where it's supposed to go. You're paying for some directors, $800,000 or $500,000 daggone salary. I'm not here to pay your director's salary. Now, if you let me know that 100% of that went to the children's hospital that helped cure cancer, oh yeah, I'll give you a dollar too. But until then, I'm not giving you a daggone dime. I'm not giving you a dime. Now, them Girl Scout cookies, I'll be going through withdrawal passing them because I want that. Excuse me, so would you like to? And I'm like, I'm sorry. I, I'm so sorry. I really, yeah, yeah, I really want to buy some, but I'm on a diet. Oh God. And I'm like, damn, I wanted them cookies. I wanted them cookies. I really wanted them cookies. I don't care what y'all say. I wanted them cookies. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. But nah, I'm surprised by. Normally, I'd be. You see, y'all helping me learn how to drive again. Normally, when I do these videos, I'm driving all straight. As soon as I get off the video, I'm swerving all over the place. They'd be like, "What is this man drunk? Is he awake? Is he on crack or something?" No, I'm good. But I don't know why. I guess because I know that someone's watching. I'm driving all straight, straight and narrow. I'm driving on the straight and narrow. Early, early in the morning. Oh, who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But I gotta. Maybe I'll get something at Walmart that I could. I need it. I'll wait till I come back from the cruise. I need to get me a cheap microwave or something I could just heat up some of the leftovers real quick and stuff like that. Because right now, I got a microwave. No, I don't have a microwave. I have a crock pot, and I got an electric skittle, but I left that at home, and I use the heck out of that what you call it the dang it. I'm getting on camera. Oh, there it is. I knew it. I knew once I started hitting bumps, it would knock the camera right out of its holder. We done went the whole video without it going all over the place, but hey, it happens. Uh, This is a sign here. It says Tyson starting at up to. You ever see those things that says up to 20 $21 an hour? Yeah, but they ain't gonna hire you at $21 an hour. you know, y'all gonna sit here and lie. You thinking, oh, I'm coming in there up to. Okay, what expense you got? Nothing. Well, okay, we can start you at 8.95. What? What? Yep. Let's see here. Let's get over it. Seems like, hey, now everybody's starting to wake up now, as y'all can see. You know what I mean? As you can see, they starting to wake up now. Oh boy, I don't know. I don't know, but uh-oh. Oh, look at that. I don't know. You can't see it, but those customized buses or whatever. Like it looks like those tour buses. That company, Provist or something like that. Look, it was on the right. We just passed it. They had a row of them nice, nice, customizable things like that. I would love to have one of them, but man, It costs about just as much to fill them things up as to drive one of these. Like six, seven, $800 fill it up. But you be driving in style. Yeah, I know. I'd probably do that. That'd be fun. But who knows? Who, kn- who knows? Where we at? Uh, let's see. I didn't see the welcome to. You tell I'm in a third world. I didn't see the welcome to Tennessee sign. You know, but it's around here somewhere. I'm pretty sure I'm in Tennessee. Can't see the mile markers. Where the heck is them? Oh, yeah, I'm in Tennessee. I'm in Tennessee. But okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, we're talking about a whole lot. We're talking about a whole lot of nothing. Ooh. And all the speed demons. Well, my friend, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down. I think I had enough of mumbling and laughing and giggling and for for this point in the morning. The first part of the first part of my life, I I lost signals, and this was a fun morning. But like I had fun. Thanks. I want to say, hey, thanks for stopping in. I know, Mike. I know you. Time for you need to go on to bed and get you some sleep. But I'm gonna be driving. I might, if I find in any place over there in Arkansas where I see me some toys or whatever, might make a video today. Who knows? Or at least a short. Uh, but I'm gonna make it through this part of Tennessee, do my 30-minute break, and heading west or southwest. And I'll end up in Texas, but I'm gonna keep on heading west and having fun and enjoying the morning. So if I'm gonna enjoy it, you guys enjoy yours. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging in there with me, bruh. Appreciate you. And you have a blessed day. And as always, know if nobody loves you, God loves you, and I love you too. Peace out. Peace and chicken grease.